vehicle together, day after day, working and working. You see all this crap. People can barely put their feet down on the floor. We're looking for stuff. We can't find it. We don't know where it's at. So I'm organized to some things. I got these warm white bulbs here. These are cool white. I got three different type of cool whites. Well, one is considered pure white, but it's labeled as cool white. Um, so the difference, only way I can tell the bulbs difference is by the colors. Like right now, you're looking at these and you're probably saying, man, they're the same color. But no, they're not. They're all different. Um, this right here is my RGB bulbs. Totally different. As you can see, they have a yellow ring around the bottom. These right here is considered a cool white bulb. You see right there where it says CW1. That's considered like a cool white version. These two, however, these are the same, I believe. I'm gonna look through this to double check, but there are so many different hues of white, so I try to be careful not to mix them and have them all separated. This one says, I believe it's CW1 as well. 25, boom, boom, boom. Yep, see it right there? CW1. So that's a cool white. These, however, they look the same, but guess what? You don't see that white bottom. So this right here can be either a cool white or a warm white. I got cool whites that actually have CW at the bottom. Right there, see that WW? I mean, this is a warm white. So I just got all these separated. I'm gonna be using a decent amount of cool white for some of my designs. What's up, man? Finally caught alive. How are you, Rod? Long time, man. What's going on with you, MTT Dub? I don't lay down for my landscape season a little bit. I just got an inquiry in for some drainage. They need a French drain and they need irrigation repair. In my head, I'm like, why would they inquire to get all that done and not say they need a lawn renovation? Like, I feel like you're leaving a piece out there, buddy. You're leaving a piece out. Say I need sod. You know, I like doing my sod thing. I don't mind going in and doing some repairs if that's what pays right now, but primarily I want them to hire me for the lawn. Oh man. It's been a long few weeks, my boy. I went to the fair last night, tired. Um, I'm better than I deserve, man. I'm blessed. But I haven't did a landscape project in about at least. Hello, good morning. It's been at least about um, 2 months. Yeah, been about 2 months. Busy with lights, yes sir. This is the peak of the season, my boy. Peak of the season. Like everybody is reaching out and like, please, can you please install some professional holiday lights like yesterday? So that's that. But I refuse to go into every day with chaos. As far as this vehicle, this floor, I should be able to see my floor, bro. Got to be able to see the floor. You got a charger for the DeWalt drill battery. You got a Cobalt drill. You got a vest. You got diapers because I had to pick up my daughter one day. All this stuff, and it ain't, of course, used diapers. They're new, but it's the fact that I got all this crap in here. This junk got to come out. Got to go into the day organized. And these bins right here, as you can see, I'm labeling the tops of them. This right here is tough clips. These are 5 different clips I use. We got these right here I use for my peak. These are right here are tough clips. Those are tough clips. These are my V2s, which is my gutter clips. These right here are my shingle tabs. Then I got all my males right here. These are my females right here. Um, it's a lot of moving parts. Imagine if all that was just bundled together. That ain't it. You're trying to look for a specific thing. But a lot of this stuff is reinstalls from the previous years, so we don't really have to prep it like that. It's already pretty much, we just got to figure out the configuration where it was routed. All of the, I didn't write down every single property diagram of the routing of the wire. So that's a mistake on me. But I'm gonna do better. Every year I've been trying to improve my process. So wait, the next year makes it easier. That's just the right thing to do. What's going on, Chris? Hey man, how you doing over there, Chris? How you doing, man? How the season treating you, man? It's balls to the wall right now. How's the season going for you, Chris? Oh man. But yeah, man. It's just trying to get all my stuff organized, man, because I'm not going into the rest of my week disorganized. Almost there though. Just got to keep all this stuff and all these clips. It's like, for instance, being that I know I'm not doing a reinstall, right? I mean, say if it's a new install, I do want to have all of these clips in one tote. But I don't necessarily always need a bunch of bulbs with me. I do like to carry some warm whites, some cool whites, whatever project that we got, because sometimes we do have bulbs that ain't acting right. Like they may have, their lifespan might be over with. They're rated for 50,000 hours, which is pretty amazing. That's like, I think, up to 3 years or something like that. But, stuff don't last all the time. So sometimes we got to twist the bulb, put a new bulb in. Want to make sure we got it on hand. But yeah, these little totes keep me organized. I put 6 of these totes in one big tote, and that's usually my supply tote. But I got this bad boy, of course. I got him all November. Depending on how the month go, I might have him in December as well. But this one right here, this tote right here is my tools, and I got to get it organized. So into my tools tote, I keep my spool wire that I know I'll need. This black has been working great for me. It seems like it's a little bit more flexible. This stuff right here needs to be organized and tossed into like a scrap tote, where we actually need small jumpers to get across white fascia boards of a home. So I keep some of this stuff, and it's repurposed wire basically, but it shouldn't be in here because it's in the way. I keep all my my clips. These right here is what I use for when I hang a reef. For instance, let me show you. So when I hang a reef, for instance, you see that top piece up there? And I need to take down my Halloween lights. This right here, this clip is amazing. It's solid metal. It's not easy to bend. Keep some channel locks, pliers and stuff on me to put it up there. So, but you see that little lip right there at the front of it right there? That's what holds the wire to hang a reef. So what I do is, if I need to, I can bend this. You see how it got little divots on it? But you put this right at the top of the in that triangle right there, right up there. Put it right in there where that white is, above the vinyl. You push it in there, and you can actually bend this just a little bit, and it snugs it so tight, and it holds up to 20 pounds, 30 pounds, or whatever. But that's what these are clips I use for that. Before that, before I actually discovered these clips, I was just drilling. People don't like you drilling holes in their property, whether it's brick or vinyl, whatever. They don't like you drilling. So I try to think of solutions that it's less cosmetic damage as possible. Of course, I got to keep me some zip ties, y'all. Zip ties has been my go-to this season, and I'm utilizing them a little bit more. Last year, in the previous years, I've been using hot glue to, like, when I'm hiding the wire, like, for instance, and just give you an idea of what I'm talking about, because there's one thing to tell you something. Let me show you. I ain't gonna just tell you, I'm gonna show you. Like, for instance, if I was coming down, let's say right here, let's say I was coming down on this gutter for my power supply, and don't judge my little light because I need to fix it. But say if I finished the roof line and I needed to come down with power supply, what I would do is I would go get that wire and I would push it between the gutter and the fascia board of the house. I would snug it in there so it's like pinching the wire, and then I would put it over to the gutter. Once I get it to the gutter, I would get that wire and I would put it down the back side of that gutter. So I did gutter installs for a company I used to work to with one time, so I get an idea of how I can kind of tuck my wire a little bit better. And you see where this scrap is here, and then there's another scrap right here. That's where it's tight at. So everywhere right here, kind of you can pull the gutter out slightly. So just little stuff like that, man. I'm able to tuck that wire, pinch it going all the way down. But right here, sometimes the wire kind of goes from up here and it goes across in that space. What I do is I get that zip tie. I zip tie it here, here, and here. That way that wire is not showing. So when people look over at this gutter, they don't see a wire hanging going towards the house because it's going transitioning smooth down with the gutter. But yeah, man, I'm giving y'all a game this morning, man. Let me know if you're learning something. But I do professional lights if you guys don't know. Um, and guys, if you're out here working in the field, whether it's landscaping or holiday lighting, it's always, always, always a bad idea not to bring your tool bag. It's always a bad idea. If you think you need your tool, you think you may need a tool, make sure you bring your tools, man. Make sure you bring this. My little laser I use to measure some of the metrics sometimes. I got like 2 of these. They cost like 50, 60 bucks, depending on where you get it from. It's always a bad idea to leave your tools at home, though. Always. Especially when you're out, you're like, man, I need this, I need that. Bro, you know how much time that requires of you? And then if you have to go buy it from a store, and like, bro, just don't do that. Just don't set yourself up. Bring your tool bag, put it in your back seat, on the floor, somewhere. That way, when you need something, you got it. Because that's still one of my biggest things I hate, lessons I hate learning. Not bringing stuff to you, man. Bringing everything with me. Because I think, I don't need that today. I don't need that. Like right now, every day I declutter. I take off the totes that, hey, we didn't get to this property. We're going to get to it this day. Well, it don't need to be in the way of the property that we're doing today. Let's move this stuff, man. It's in the way. And when you're trying to get something done, you don't need to be hunting around for what tote you need. Like, no, it can be chaotic if you allow it to be. It can be chaotic, man. Rob, do you have an Instagram? We did a side job with the soil cultivator attachment. I can send you the video. Yeah, man, I got an Instagram. It's Robert Paid Price, same thing. I want to check it out, man. You know how I feel about that attachment, man. Hey, I went to the GIE a couple weeks ago, and I bought these metals that I got online. There's a camera right here, so I can talk, I can hear, listen to music, all that stuff. But I'm able to give you some FPV content, first person view. Um, but I was at the GIE and I was looking for the CMP attachment that I was talking to you about. It's called the Hydro Bucket. It goes on a skid steer and it has like a Harley rake on the bottom of a regular bucket. I thought that was kind of cool. It gives you the best of both words. Yeah, man, it's a camera. Yeah. Um, yeah, I splurged, man. I usually don't spend money on myself like this, but I was like, you know what? I was having a moment of trying to appreciate myself, and it's like crazy. And I really don't want to appreciate myself because in reality, it was a business trip. You feel me? If I'm looking for attachment, and it so happens to be at the GIE, um, yeah. But yeah, that Hydro Bucket. I want to see that bad boy too, man. I couldn't. Nobody. I didn't see the provider out there. The company I believe is CMP. I couldn't find them out there, so I wasn't able to put eyes on the Hydro Bucket specifically. Did I see some things that really caught my attention? Not really, not really. You know, bunch of equipment, bunch of guys. I've seen Paul Jameson, Brian's Lawn Maintenance, uh, John Perry. We've seen some familiar faces, YouTubers and stuff, but as far as me seeing exactly what like productivity equipment that could be the next move for me, I don't think I must have didn't invest enough time looking enough because definitely I don't feel like I don't know. I've seen some things. This company I was checking out when I was out there, they had a bunch of attachments. Of course they give you hats and all that stuff. You could just get them. JMA attachments, they say they can make whatever, so this is something I may want to entertain. Pop this hat on now because it's hot out here. Yeah, I got this hat at GIE. I was telling him about what I was looking for, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm pretty. Dang, this hat's small. It's a nice quality hat, though. I ain't gonna lie." Joe was talking about that. He's like, "Man, they got some really nice hats." I was like, "Yeah, man." But yeah, man, I gotta check. Yeah, text it to find me on Instagram, man. It's on Robert Page Price. I'm not that active on there like I should be, but I'm definitely on there. Uh, I got customers like that needed me yesterday right now, and I'm trying to get myself on track, y'all. I'm trying. Every day I wake up and I try. That's all we can do, right? I ain't gonna lie on that. Like everything gets ready all the time either. Cause shit gets deep. It get rough out here in these streets. There's a lot of things that require some detailed thinking, and it can be a struggle. But it's okay. I believe that God has blessed me with the ability to figure things out. Despite how hard it is, despite how tough it is, figuring it out. You know how much people get paid to figure stuff out? Do you know how much people get paid to figure something out? A lot. So, rather you're using it in a correct way, far as in the career field that makes X amount of dollars or whatever, but figuring out things is, I don't know. I feel like it is a gift. Everybody can't figure it out. You know what I mean? There's some people that be like, I don't know, or when it gets hard, it gets tough. You know, they choose an easier route. So I would definitely say the ability to figure things out when it's not a straight blueprint is a gift. It's a gift, and it takes patience, etc. And I'm working on me, man. I'm always working on trying to improve myself. And I ain't got a lot of y'all act like everything's just always gravy, because it ain't. I have my challenges too, man. I have my challenges too. Trying to balance it all out. Family life, um, alongside work, on side, seasonal demand. And I say seasonal demand because although I'm crazy busy right now, and it's going to be busy for the next 30, 45 days, where I'm in the heat of it now, you got to keep swinging, y'all. Keep swinging for the fences, figuring it out every single day. Not the easiest thing to do, but I think I've made it to where I'm at today because I have been consistent at the thing that challenged me. No matter how challenging it be sometimes, I'm able to, you know, be consistent, persistent at trying to figure it out, solution based. Because sometimes you just can't alternate, because that ain't the right thing to do in certain situations. You can't just say, nope, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do something else. But, like, for instance, I'm going to give you a scenario. I ain't going to give you a scenario, I'm going to give you the truth. So I had a project I was working on over the last 60 days where it was a light show. The challenge about me doing this light show was I've worked on some stuff with the light show the previous year, but it wasn't as detailed as me hosting this on my own. So the demand for it was very, very tedious, and the average person probably like, bro, the heck with trying to figure that out. Like, as soon as you got to get a Raspberry Pi, flash it, put FPP software on there so it can actually be a show player, go get a Falcon 16 V5 motherboard with 32 channels. Like, when you get all that, people like, man, I've checked out, I'm good on that. Like, and that's why people pay for stuff like a high-end service, as if a light show, because it's not something that's normal. It's not something that think about it. Your neighbors are not doing light shows. They're not like, hey, I'm gonna put up this amazing light show with this music playing, the lyrics playing, these pumpkins singing, because they can't figure it out. So people are paying me to figure it out. They're paying me to think thoroughly through a solution and actually implement it as well. So That's a, that's not something sometimes you can do at scale. That's not something I would say, hey guys, everyone, I'm offering light shows. No freaking way. No way. No way. Because the complexity of it is too harsh to manage. And they get big shows, so many pixels. It gets complex. The moral of what I'm trying to say is that that customer that I took care of and got that show up. I feel like I lost time. I lost time from family because I was going like almost every night. I put in over 150 hours by myself at that job. I stayed out there like 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock, beating up, thinking, hey man, I got to get this thing figured out. I got to get it figured out. You know what I mean? Because I refuse to let somebody pay me a high-end price that other people wish they got paid and not deliver. Like, bro, like, I'm gonna figure it out. I got a brain. I am going to figure it out. Um, and of course, I had a community that really kind of was the elevator to me, and they helped me get change my configuration, and boom, everything was good to go. But had I just given up, which I was like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do at this point at one point of the project. And this person was expecting this show to, be consistent leading up to the holiday, Halloween. But as of right now, everything's in place to the point where all I need to do is change some things. But I would need to create some shows, sequences. I was like, you know, being that we met the goal of reaching Halloween and we did perform and everything did work out well for the main event, it's okay to alternate and give this person a full blowout of, so let's say, a static display, which is basically not not high tech, not smart technology bulbs, but just a regular display with, that looks amazing because we put it together amazingly. So that's what my alternative was. It's not me quitting because I met my goal. Hey, the goal was to get this up, get it going, let the people enjoy it, and that happened. It was over 400 people that showed up to that light show. I was there to actually witness it, and they gave out, little toys and stuff to the kids, and had games going on. It was an amazing experience that I wouldn't have experienced that had I gave up and quit on what I had already put all that time into. Like, I was like, bro, I'm so close. Like, I know I just need to configure this thing. I'm so close. But, you know, it actually inspired me to have a new hobby as well. So now I think that'll be my hobby, figuring out the light shows and stuff throughout the year, because average people doing light shows, it take about 6 months to actually prepare everything. That may sound crazy, but this is not like, oh, we're just gonna plug this wire in here, plug. Nah, you got to be calculated and know that, after 10 feet, the power, you start to lose power, so you got to do power injections. This is basically permanent lighting plus, plus way more. Got to do power injections, and then you got to have signal boosters so the data passes through correctly. You got to have the pixels inserted a certain way. The system has to know, what direction the pixels are traveling. They got to know what type of pixels you have. It's it's a lot. It had me. I ain't gonna lie. I would lie to you if I said it didn't have me stressed out. I got stressed out, but that's what comes with growth. When it comes to learning something new, you're gonna stress out. You're gonna trip about it. But guess what? You're gonna figure it out. You're gonna figure it out. And I don't know. That's a gift and a curse for me. Um, Sometimes it takes too much time away. You know. But I look at it like this, man. I'm banging out right now, like as far as the seasons here and everything is. I'm talking about busy, busy. People need me yesterday. Then we got rained on yesterday trying to work, but we still stayed persistent and got some other stuff done. But I'm gonna keep banging it out, man. I gotta keep going. Gotta keep going. Can't let that stop, slow down everything, stop everything. Gotta keep going, going, going. zip ties. But yeah, man, it's been a blessed season. Just I'm that type of person. The season ain't over though. Like, I ain't even talking. I ain't got that next year talk going on yet. Like I feel like when sometimes when you start saying next year, nah, we ain't doing that. What can we do right now? Let's not talk about next year, because sometimes when you say next year, mentally, I feel like you're giving up on what you can accomplish right now. Do you agree to me? Do you agree with me on that? Give me a one in the chat if you agree with that. Sometimes when you say next year, you're mentally giving up right now of what you can accomplish still. And I feel like you could literally squeeze the lemon sometimes. And I don't like to say, oh, next year I'm gonna do the next. Nah, we're gonna do this right now. Let's implement right now and figure it out right now. Yeah, it'll work better next year, but we're gonna implement right now. Like, let's get to it right now, because why we waiting a whole nother year? This time comes around a whole nother year from now. Think about that. Think about that. I was thinking the other day. I'm like, man, I only got on average, if I'm going off the average male uh, lifespan, I only got 30 more summers with my kids. Think about that. I only have 30 more summers with my kids. That's me saying I'm gonna live to like 80, 70 something. If I'm going off average male lifespan, like let's be real. So what I'm waiting a whole another year to accomplish something for, and I can take action right now. Right now, to see the difference. Like, I feel certain things you'll never experience unless you'll never accomplish if you don't put that grind in. You don't put the work in. You gotta fail. It's just part of the game. I hate it. Sometimes you can have counterpartners around you that have already experienced certain things that can kind of alleviate you of some things, but in the same token, you're still gonna fail when they're not with you. You're gonna fail in your own way. You're gonna be like, oh, I didn't know when you do this, it do this. Like, there's many things that you're not gonna know. So the best thing to figure it out is, of course, try to educate yourself as much as possible, but commit to it. Go ahead and start it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I have a lot of like family and stuff sometimes that say, yeah, I want to start a business, this, that, and the third. I'm like, okay, let's get the market. Let's get it started. Then you talking? Let's get it started right now. Don't tell me you want to do it. Matter of fact, you ain't even gotta. Don't go get an LLC. Don't do none of that. Don't do none of that stuff, because I don't think that's a wise decision, because you don't know if you're gonna really truly enjoy it, etc. Are you super passionate about it, etc. Let's test the market. Let's test the market and see if this is a liable business model. Let's test the market. We can do that through experience right now. Later on, if as soon as somebody pay you money and it's a transaction, you got things consistently going on over, I don't know, let's say 3 months consistency. I'm gonna say more than that, because it requires way. Let me not oversimplify that, because it takes sometimes a year, 2 years for things, 5 years for some people to fall in place. But I don't know. I feel like that varies based on the person's ability and ambition to complete whatever they're set out to do. That is something that's very subjective. So you can have one person that's wired like boom, 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 let's get it, let's go, and actually do the thing they're talking about. And then you got people that talk like, hey, this, we can do this. No, it sound good until you get into it. And you put some boots on the ground or actually do the work, then holler at me, because I promise you the conversation is going to be different when you actually do it. Do the thing that you've been talking about. Okay, Robert just rambling. Y'all gotta disregard me sometime. I ramble. What's going on, man? What's going on? But I miss y'all, man. I miss y'all, man. I've been, you know, robbing. I ain't talking about with no pistol either. And I ain't talking about taking something from nobody. I've been just being me. That's all. That's all I mean, y'all. I ain't got time for no online shenanigans. This guy said he robbed people. Nah, just to play on the name. Just to play on the name. Calm down. Look at my son out here getting them dubs. You see him? My son out here getting W's and stuff, man. Soccer. Oh man. Yeah. This back seat was crazy. So I just lift up my back seat, and you see all this stuff. I still got look, and I'm still clearing stuff out. I'm getting it organized, but it's a process. But when I pull up to a property, you know how free my mind is gonna be. That I know that there's nothing under the seat. There's not a mail. I've been looking for a mail for 30 minutes. Or no, I've been looking for a mail for like 5 minutes. I can't find one. But yet there's one under my back seat that has a top and a bottom to it, and I need it right now. Like, bro, no, we're not doing that. We're gonna have it in where it need to be with all the other mails. But hopefully I didn't ramble too much, y'all. Truly do miss y'all though. I just be getting it in, man. Life be real life, and I try not to be too much of a consumer. I haven't listened to a book in a little minute. I've just been locked in. Yeah. So I got PVC. Look, like when will I be using this 1-inch PVC? When would I be using it? Because I don't know. And this right here, when would I be using this 1-inch PVC with like this stuff is not getting used no time soon. So why is it in the truck? Why is it in the truck? Not only in the truck, but in the way. It's just you gotta declutter, y'all. Declutter. You don't need it, get rid of it. Get it out of the way. That's what I'm doing. I do need something out of here though. Put myself on track here. Freaking ladder, y'all. I need to spray my ladder. I had my ladder sitting at my brother's house for about, I don't know, about 2 months. And freaking when we be lifting it and stuff, it be stuck. Like these legs right here. These legs right here, it be stuck. So I'm gonna spray some PV up here. Hopefully that helps. If I can get it open. There we go. Get some PV. Loud. Smells so loud. And then I think it's a little tool that I had. This is what it sounds like when the doves cry. I had one of my somebody reached out to me recently. I was like, they're like, hey man, what's up with you, man? You busy with Christmas lights? I'm like, yeah, I'm busy with Christmas lights. Man, let me know when I can help you. Bro, you don't backslid me. I don't think I'm gonna introduce you to something like this. Like, no, fool me once. I shouldn't be fooled again. I call a spade, man. We gotta call a spade a spade. How's my taupe here? Oh, weather's nice. Kind of warm out here. These boots right here, these things are gold. I need to get some more. These are what we use when we're going on top of these rooftops. These bad boys right here. These boots cost roughly around and like $250, like dang near $300. And they're interchangeable, the bottom pieces of it. So, but y'all, so I just wanted y'all to join me for a little minute because I know I've been a little bit. I'll probably be trying to pop back up on here a little bit later, but I gotta get to work, y'all. So I'm gonna get at y'all, man.